Okay, we'll call the meeting of November 12th to order at 5 p.m. First on the agenda will be call special canvassing board meeting to order. Roll call.
Lassie.
Here.
White.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Hoheisel.
Here.
Lossing.
Here. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's a copy of the canvassing results underneath your packet. There, just like those.
Underneath his packet.
Each of you should have. Oh, well, send that to Dwayne.
Want to sign that one?
Good thing you're here.
We'll get her done, I promise you.
It's called teamwork.
It is.
Just review this. Okay. This is a summary of totals, City of Babbitt, Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, state and general election. Number of persons registered as of 7 a.m., 1,047. Number of persons registered on election day, 85. Number of accepted regular, military, and overseas absentee ballots and mail ballots, 208. Number of federal office only absentee ballots, 1. Number of presidential absentee ballots, 0. Total number of persons voting, 949. Summary of total City of Babbitt, Tuesday, November 5th. State general election. Mayor of Babbitt. Joseph White, 398. Andrew Poncich, 515. Write-ins, 7. Council member, Babbitt. Terry Swedajewski, 239. Glenn Anderson, 151. Craig Warloff, 213. John Fitzpatrick, 310. Paul Hoheisel, 193. Dwayne Lossing, 569. Write-ins, 5. The next page is a detail of election results. Persons registered, the we said 1,047 people were registered. Persons registered on election day 85, total number voting. That was pretty much summarized on the first page, 949. I think the rest of this is all redundant, correct, Rebecca?
Correct.
I don't think we have to repeat that. Or do we?
I'll make a motion to accept the canvassing of the election
I'll second it.
Motion by Hoheisel, second by White to accept the canvassing.
and to adopt the resolution 2024-15 certifying the election results.
I'll still second it.
Motion by Hoheisel, second by Lassie,
By White.
or by White, to accept and adopt resolution 2024-15 certifying election results. Discussion. Hearing none. Roll call.
Lassie.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Hoheisel.
Yes.
Lossing.
Yes.
I also want to point out, Mr. Mayor, that our election, the day the percentage of our voters that came in was 91%.
That's amazing.
So that was a really good turnout for election day, so.
Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn the special canvassing
Second.
board.
Motion by Hoheisel, second by White to adjourn special canvassing board meeting. All in favor? Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Call the regular meeting to order at 5:05. Public input. Do you have any public input today? Yes, come on up.
So I was just wanting to ask a couple questions. I understand you can't answer them, but at the meeting on September 17th, in discussion with the chicken postcards that were sent out, it was suggested that any of the cards that were not responded be considered a yes, and that would still be honored.
We can't take any action on
Nope,
this.
we can't discuss it or not.
So I just wanted to bring that up and see if that could be discussed when we get to that topic. Thank you.
Thanks. Any other public input? No other public input? Okay. Moving on to additions and deletions. Recreation Committee recommendation for Pony League helmet reconditioning. We're on to new business.
Gonna run out of alphabet.
I know. That's R, right?
QR, yeah.
R. That would be letter R. Next item on additions and deletions, arena design build contract. That will be under letter S on new business. Under letter T will be Circus Spectacular, $2,000, May 12th, 2025. Skate season passes will be under U. Recreation wrestling program will be V. Delete closed session under Minnesota statute will be W. Ambulance department EMR training will be X.
Mr. Mayor, F was a deletion.
Oh, delete, yep, okay. So we will move that. Okay, let's delete that. Was there one deletion?
Number 14.
So ambulance department EMR will be W. Lossing motion. X. Iron Range Heating and Plumbing Heat Pump Repair Maintenance quote will be Y.
And also add, Mr. Mayor, deletion of summary of funds. Can I also add deletion of summary funds to that?
Okay,
She wants to delete the
Yes.
summary of funds under the consent agenda.
Oh, my goodness, where are we here?
okay.
Delete, okay.
Okay, that takes care of the, all the additions and deletions. Do we have a motion?
I'll move to accept the additions and deletions.
Second.
Motion by Lassie, second by Anderson, to accept additions, or deletions. Discussion?
Yeah, letter H. You did not make any motions on the figure skating club contract, so I'm confused why it's worded that way. Paul made the motion to accept as written. I seconded it. You made a motion later on about the Babbitt Hockey Club contract, not the figure skating club.
That is worded wrong. My request to put this on there was to rescind my vote.
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
Okay,
it shouldn't have been that.
okay.
Actually,
That's what I thought,
yeah,
but I
the
didn't
request
know.
is to
Rescind your
rescind
vote.
my vote and
Okay.
explain why.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Yep. Okay, motion on the table by Lassie, second by Anderson. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Lassie,
Yes.
White,
Yes,
Anderson,
Yes.
Hoheisel.
Yes.
Lossing.
Yes. Consent agenda. Approve the minutes of special meeting of October 11th, 2024, and the regular meeting of October 15th, 2024. Approval of all bills and payrolls as audited by the audit committee with addition of Range Cooperative and LMC. C, overtime report. D, we would move that to D, correspondence. Number one in correspondence, December 3rd, 2024 meeting will be held at 6 PM to include the annual tax levy public hearing. 2, resolution number 2024-06, exhibit F. 3, campground occupancy for 2024 season. 4, jingle mingle with Essentia Health.
Move to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Lassie, second by Hoheisel. To accept the consent agenda. Discussion? I have a couple of questions here. If I can find them, we got a big old stack today. If we go to payables, there's some payables that exceed the $2,000, and I'm sure there's an explanation, but I'd just like to know what's going on. So the first one I seen was AJ Repair Service for $3,756.21 for equipment maintenance.
The annual DOT, wasn't it, for?
No, the $3,700 was worth that the 1988 International dump truck needed. I didn't know what the value of the work was gonna be. I know that I needed it repaired.
Okay. We didn't have a quote on it, in other words, no.
No,
The reason I'm asking this is because of the $2,000 deal, right? You know, that usually council does a approval about any spending over 2,000. The next one, so this is for just the dump truck that we still own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. CNC Winger, $9,300 for materials.
that was the money that was approved through the, yeah,
Right.
with the road projects that we did. They brought class 5 for the Benville project that we did.
Okay, so that was in with the road, that's why I figured there was an explanation. So that was with that whole contract of doing the tarring out there and stuff.
No, not the tarring. That was separate money that we received from the CMGC for roads. And we approved to assign that to class 5 for the Benville roads
Okay.
months ago.
For the extension of the bed, where it goes straight right there, or just before the tar was
Just
found?
to re-gravel the gravel of the Benville Township roads.
And then Cargill, 214604 for materials,
That's all.
that's salt. Okay. Eleanor Rentals for $3,034.91.
That's the culvert for the project that we're working on right now with the Hay Lake drainage.
Okay. So I guess my question is all this stuff was approved prior to? by the council?
We gave him an open check to fix Jim's drainage for over his property.
And then Swanson Equipment, $2,800 for materials.
That's 2 pallets of rubber for our mastic machine. So yeah, I probably could have got that approved otherwise, but
Uh-huh.
it's street capital improvement. I mean.
It was for what?
It's the rubber that goes in our mastic machine for our crack sealer and
Oh,
patcher.
okay, yep, back to the roads, okay. All right. And then I seen that we paid out Kirsten $205. And I just was wondering, it wasn't part of payroll, what was that?
When there was when we switched insurance officially, it was deducted improperly.
So basically, they're paying more with their previous insurance. Now that we switched to this new insurance, there was a few people that we had to reimburse. So she was one of the people that got reimbursed.
Bonuses, huh?
All right.
Came early.
That's all I had. I just had some questions there, reading through it. Any other discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none? Roll call?
Lassie,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Hoheisel,
Yes.
Wassing.
Yes. Hi, Joe.
Well, good evening, Mayor, Council. Just a attorney's report from our firm, Classman Passion Carter. We've been really honored to serve the city for a long time now. And against my better pleadings, Mitch is retiring from civil practice, and he's been covering the meetings. Our firm's still available to review the agenda, provide advice, answer questions under the retainer. But part of that is attending meetings. And right now I don't have anyone available that I can send to your regular meeting. So until I get someone else, I need to let you know that we won't be able to have anyone that comes physically to the meeting. And if that creates a problem for the city, I understand, but we are available to continue representing you otherwise and provide advice specifically in advance of the meeting, or if anything comes up, any special meetings. If there's anything that comes up that you need us to be here, there's something that is going to be, well, we'll do what we can to make sure we have somebody here to do that. So we're just stretched too thin right now.
Would you be available on call or something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you talking like a Zoom call, Jim?
Yeah, well, anytime if we have a situation develop here and we don't have an answer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have just a question that came to mind when you said that. So what is the normal practice? Are we, for, communities our size, do most of the communities have somebody at all of their meetings? I mean, what are you seeing out there?
It depends. Not all of them do. I tend to think that it's very valuable, but it's probably not entirely necessary if the agenda is reviewed and the legal questions are addressed beforehand. But as you know, there's stuff that comes up in the middle of a meeting, in the course of a meeting. You get a lot of looks over towards this end of the table, and so it is what it is right now. We are trying to get some more attorneys on staff, and I hope that would change and that we'd be able to have someone here regularly. Just need to let you know when he retires at the end of the year here in December that right now I don't have another person to be able to send out.
Okay.
I got a question, Joe.
Yeah.
If there's an attorney not present here and it goes on for a couple months, is there gonna be a deduction in our fee towards?
Yeah, we could.
I mean, can
Yeah, we can certainly
work
address that. Yeah.
things out
Yeah.
that way?
Yep.
Versus.
Yep.
Yeah, the city being accountable for
Yeah, I would think.
Is there a better day that works out or a different
Well,
time
yeah,
that would work
we
out?
could address that, but right now we have conflicts with other cities, so. Yeah. Depends on when you set your meeting schedule for the next year.
It would help if you could tell us.
I would be happy to coordinate with the administration on that.
Yeah, to see whether or not there's a day maybe that we have to change for a while, even if it's just for a while.
Sure.
Until we get somebody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Joel, excellent.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 11, unfinished business. Petition to amend zoning ordinance / chicken poll results.
Got him there. It was a close race the entire time. I think the final count, which is in your packet, was 161 yes, 169 no. So 49 to 51%.
I have a question. Did that include the ballots?
Duplicates?
Yeah.
No. Anyone that got a duplicate, every time they were the same vote, and I think there was one or two times that they were conflicting, so it was just a wash. And then if it was an extra one, it just got started to not count, if we tracked it by addresses as they were returned.
And that was the question earlier.
And I did include in the packet too the comments that were written on all of the ones that had comments, I included those comments.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and say that, I'd like to make it a motion that the city of Babbitt does not allow chickens,
Well,
according to the poll of the people.
I'll second for discussion and then open it for discussion.
Motion by Hoheisel, second by Lassie. A motion to, that the city does not allow chickens.
Okay, discussion. Right now, the zoning ordinance does not allow chickens. It prohibits it by ordinance, and I would remind the council that in order to change the ordinance, you would need a 4/5 vote to change the ordinance. So a motion like this really is not necessary because it's already in effect that we do not allow chickens. So if anybody wants to change the ordinance to allow chickens, they should make a motion to amend the ordinance and see if you can get a 4/5 vote. So
All right, then.
I think you should withdraw,
I will withdraw my motion.
and I would withdraw my support. So if anybody wants to change the motion or allow chickens, now would be a time to make the motion or forever hold your peace.
Well, the writing is on the wall, they say. So there is no action needed for item number 11 on the chickens. So we will move on. This is item 11A. Now we're on to item 11B, bowling engineering assessment results and FEMA information.
So at the
October 15th meeting, this was tabled because the very next day on October 16th, we had a meeting with FEMA. Regarding all of the west end of the town, and the golf course. So basically, we sat down with a FEMA representative. She went over the paperwork that we're going to have to fill out, to get this funding approved for our city. Us, along with the golf course, will basically be submitting it together, but separately also, to keep them not so separate. But we were able to add a few more things into the FEMA submittal. Anything that's being done right now with the West Babbitt, the Hay Lake area, we'll be able to submit that with FEMA. The golf course, their pump house had a lot of damage and things, electrical issues. Their building was damaged. All of that will also be able to get submitted to FEMA. So there was just a couple of extra things that we learned from them, but right now we're just in the paperwork phase.
So what about homes that got damaged that insurance won't cover?
That's not part of FEMA for us. It's all.
So what can we do to go ahead and direct them to where they can go? Because I know there are agencies that help them out. Insurance won't cover people up here because it's not a flood zone.
FEMA did talk with, I think, the homeowner.
Did you guys get direction on where you go to help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with that?
The results?
No, I'm just saying, but,
Nothing to do with the city.
okay,
I mean, I
so,
think the big thing was what they're currently working on with rectifying, like,
Okay.
culverts and the back ends to fix things, so hopefully that helps and it doesn't happen again.
and from what Tony said, it's gonna be about 12 grand. So if they're gonna refund us for that, that's pretty good. So you'll see a few more bills, Mr. Mayor. And then Andre for that, but he kept the costs down to remove a lot of that damage and actually fix the problem, just put a Band-Aid on it. So,
And this will be labor too.
yeah, all the labor and everything. So I just want to say thanks, Tony, for a good job on actually fixing the problem.
Did they end up offering us suggestions, like was mentioned? On the fix or on a problem,
No.
solutions for a problem?
I never asked anybody for any solution.
No, and when we had the meeting, fake news has it out there that it was strictly for the golf course. It was not strictly for the golf course. We talked about the drainage ditch that was already done. The road that we fixed, the golf course was in there because it was all under this big umbrella. So when we did talk to FEMA, it was just not about the golf course. Jim was there, I was there, representing the city. And when we went through all the different phases, we had to get permission for Bert to go forward with this. It wasn't, we didn't realize what was this meeting gonna be totally about until we sat down with her. I found out, and I can't remember who the other lady was that was on the phone, but she had another representative also on the phone with
From
us.
the State Department.
Yeah, from the state. So at that point, so.
Okay.
Andre, are you happy with what the city did?
Well, I have a question, so I don't know if I can ask a question or not.
Yeah, ask away.
In regards to $12,000, but no solution was proposed?
Well, no, we have a solution.
Yeah,
We
FEMA did
didn't
it.
pay any engineering firm.
No.
To provide us with a solution.
Okay, so, but it's all kosher and,
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic, actually.
okay. How did you come up with that? I guess I'm just
Because I
curious.
repaired the original drainage.
And did anyone find out, did anyone ask her if that culvert was taken out from?
Yes.
Pump?
Yes,
And,
that was intentionally, because it was in fact flooding the park. So they took that out on purpose
okay,
to stop that from happening.
okay, got it. And I just have one more question. Is the golf course buildings, are those owned by the city or are those by the golf course?
They're owned by the golf course.
Right.
The golf course owns all the structures. We just lease the land from the city.
Okay, so the city owns those buildings.
The city owns the
The
land.
land.
City owns the land. The Golf Association owns all the buildings and structures.
Okay.
Which actually worked out very nice for FEMA.
And we're looking at, Andrea, probably a fix for the golf course of between 12 and 23,000. We're getting estimates as we, right now on the repairing of the pump house and the wells and whatever. So we don't have all the numbers yet.
Okay. Anything else on, that you have to add to that, Rebecca?
Nope, that was everything.
All right.